G'day. Today we're going to go through the second firing option they gave you in Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, where it was essentially just metal scraps, nails, bits of wire, bits of any kind of metal that you might have had left over after a forging process. And for a stand-in for that, I am using carpet tacks. We got a load of them in here. We're going to be shooting at the dummy again. No armor this time, just the gambeson underneath. We're going to see what kind of destruction it can do. Will it penetrate? Will it not? Let's see. So it obviously hit. We saw the whole thing move, but it doesn't look like it had much for damage. You can see a little rip right here. A little bit of a tack actually blasted through right there. Looks like we had some damage here as well, and I can feel a bit of metal in there. That's an old shot. So most of it was high and left, it looks like. So we're going to get reloaded, and we'll try a second shot. Had another problem with the slow-mo cam. The camera reel was overfilled with too many videos from all our other tries on the last video last week. So cleaned all those out, ready to go. We're gonna get another try, so we'll be able to probably catch the actual hit again this time on the slow-mo. So we're gonna get that shot done and see what kind of damage we can. We got a little bit more shot that loaded in than last time, so we'll see if we can get a better spread. Right in the chest. So the two panels were actually semi-held together with this nail. I had to pull it apart. I felt the fibers rip. This one got caught in the gambeson here. This one got caught with the head in the gambeson. Let's see. Can't tell if that's a new shot or not right there. That's an old one, I know. It looks like all the damage on this shot, so we're going to try one more time, see what kind of spread we can get. We'll get a little more powder. We're going to up it from 55 grains to 65, get a little more powder behind the hit, and we're also going to try a little bit more shot. We're going to pack it in there. So let's see what we get. So, figured I better show you what the loading process for this thing is. I like to use the flask over the powder horn because I can get a more controlled flow for it, because this has a little lever on the side that will close off the powder flow so it doesn't dump out. I don't have that on the horn. So what I do is I'll take the powder measure, I set it for 55 grain, 50 grain, whatever. We're doing 55 today, and just get it filled up. Oh, we're heaping a little. And for that, I got this little handy tray. Pour the excess out there, and I'll pour that back into the flask later. Once it's closed, you can just put it right into the weapon. And because of the fuse length and a little more control and speed, I actually like to use the black cap fuses. These ones are slow fuses. You can get a faster fuse if you really have to, and that goes right into the fuse hole. I don't have the full method for a match cord or a two-man team to fire, so this is the best way to do it. I'm going to get my shot ready, which is just these little carpet tacks. I'll have that ready on the side. Got a little tray for that too right here. And needless to say, you probably don't want to have fire anywhere near here while you're messing with it, just so you don't set the powder off, because that's a fair amount of powder in that flask, and you set that off, that could likely kill you. Get our wadding. Blue shop towel surprisingly works great for wadding because it's mostly a cloth. Ram that down, get it packed into powder. Take your shot, pour those in. I'll ram it down a little. And as you saw in the last video where that one bullet actually fell out of the end, I've been putting another wadding in the end, and that actually helps build up the pressure. And by doing so, you get a better shot. And that's how you load. So we actually upped it to 70 grains of powder. I packed a lot of tacks in there, got some pretty tight wadding, so let's see what kind of damage we get this time. That's an old one. So it's looking like most of the tacks are just barely poking through when they come through, because you can see one there, here's one here. When they pop through, they're mostly getting caught in the batting of the gambeson. This one's sticking outward. So in Kingdom Come Deliverance, you can usually at close range get someone killed with that particular shot, but it looks like in real life it'll keep you alive to just have a gambeson. So punching through steel is kind of getting disproven here. As you can see, there are no exit points on here. I'll pull it open. And you're probably going to see you don't even have tacks that have gone all the way through. I'm not seeing any on the ground right below it. There we go. Oh, we do have one. We got one that went through all the way, but there's no telling to tell if that came in through the armpit or anything else, but I think it may have been this one. Maybe. No, that one's still caught in the hole. I don't know where that one had entered through, but it did go all the way through. If there was a body there, though, it probably would have just embedded in the skin, maybe caught on a rib. I don't think this would have really killed anyone, unless it was a lucky shot. Doesn't prove anything, doesn't disprove anything. All it is we're just seeing what we're seeing here. This guy's now really pokey. But cool. So we got an idea of how scatter shot works. Maybe I'll do another load in the future where we're shooting something like BB gun pellets at it. Just see what a round set of shot will do, similar to how a modern shotgun would work. Other than that, though, that's going to end it. Landed somewhere over there. Clean through the collar. He's dead. Dead as dead can be.